What you see behind me is Airbus A310. And this is a bit special airplane because it's used for science purposes. And more about it, we will find out inside. So let's go. The aft section looks pretty similar to any other airplane, but what is over there? That's interesting. So let's get some foot protections and we'll head forward.
Actually, you're not only in an aircraft here, it's a flying laboratory. My name is Katrin Stang and I had the Parabolic flight program at the German Space Agency at the German Aerospace Center. And twice a year we use this aircraft that belongs to Novice Pass. By the way, this is Thierry Garib, one of the directors of Novice Pass, located in Bordeaux, which is also the hometown and haven of this aircraft, A310 Zero G. Twice a year we come here with scientists who have thought about an idea of having experiments in weightlessness, and we do so-called DLR parabolic flight campaigns. During those 2 weeks, the scientists come here with experiments. They have built these experiments in advance, in the 9 months before the campaign, at their laboratories at the university. We have made sure that everything was built according to safety settings which are needed here on board. And then they pick up their things, their instruments, their experiments, their team. They come to Bordeaux and we have 2 weeks of campaign in Bordeaux. In the first week we have the preparation week, so all the experiments will be set up on ground, they will be checked if everything looks properly, then they will be brought to the aircraft. Each experiment gets a dedicated area where it will be installed. It will be installed along these railways where in former times seating was located, just like you can see in the back. And in the second week, when all preparations have taken place, we have 3 flight days, and for that we go over the Atlantic Ocean, and we fly on each flight day 31 parabolas. So 31 times the scientists can use this special flight maneuver, where also microgravity occurs, to do their research, because they have built the experiment according to, so that they can really measure and analyze the effects of microgravity on their system. Experiments come from all kinds of science disciplines, for example, from biology, from human physiology, even sports science, medicine, but also, of course, from technology, from physics, and from material sciences. And we have a lot of technology experiments. What is the parabolic flight about? Maybe, Thierry, would you like to explain the parabolic flight maneuver?
Okay. Yeah, how we perform weightlessness in an aircraft. It's important to say my former CEO was an astronaut, and he always reminds us that it's not a simulation. It's real microgravity. It's the same weightlessness that you have in space, exactly the same. So we start up with the aircraft at level flight. It's not very high. It's 2,000 feet, sorry, and the aircraft will begin a climb, a steep climb. Until it reaches 50 to 52 degrees of angle, which is very impressive. And at this point, during this maneuver, everybody weighs about 2 times its normal weight. So we ask the people normally to lie down because they feel more comfortable lying down. It's the same sensation that you would have if someone was lying on the top of you. So it's sometimes nice, sometimes not too nice. At this point where we reach 52 degrees, we call it injection. The pilot will push on the stick in order to nullify the lift of the aircraft, which means that the aircraft will fall like a stone. And you would say normally it's not real weightlessness, but because you are still in the air. And how do we get rid of the drag of the air? Actually, we have 3 guys in the cockpit, and the 3rd pilot is going to compensate exactly the drag with the thrust of the engines. He puts the engines to a little level above idle, and the aircraft, the thrust and the drag will compensate. So it's exactly a stone which will fall in the vacuum, and this is how you obtain the weightlessness. At the end of the parabola, you have 30-40 degrees angle on the other side, and the pilot will pull on the stick and go back to level flight. And as Kathleen said, we do this 31 times in the flight. The weightlessness duration is 22 seconds per parabola, and the hypergravity duration is also 22 to 23 seconds each time. So that's
Exactly. That's how it works actually, and we do it 31 times a day and 3 days in a sequence. Yes, please.
Question. So you stall here. How much indicated airspeed is required?
And it's not stalling actually,
okay.
Because it's not stalling because the incidence is very low, and we have a zero lift incidence. Stalling is when you get an incident. We don't have lift, but we are not stalling. Sometimes it's difficult to understand.
Yeah.
The speed at the top must be like 120 knots, which is very low actually. And, what is important is that we keep the efficiency of the rudder.
Okay.
That's
very much in spin.
Yeah, exactly.
So actually, after 3 days of flight, the scientists have collected data. The experiments will be unloaded from the aircraft, and the scientists can go home and analyze the data. And of course, the language of science is also publication, so they put their data into publications. It is a characteristic of the parabolic flight that the experiments come from research organizations such as universities, mostly from program leaders or professors, but of course the teams are made up of students of different levels, and many of the students, the PhD candidates, the master students, they are also part of the team that is here, and they collect the data, for example, for the examinations and for the thesis they have to write. So we are actually also contributing to education of students, and this is actually a very it's a good part of my job actually to say, because we see young people who are interested in science, who have designed the experiments, who come here to fly them, and then they later on they have their thesis written, and maybe they pursue a career in STEM topics. So this is actually what we also would like to see. But in general, of course, this is a working laboratory, a flying one. And you can work here on board as long as you fulfill, when you build your experiments, the safety requirements for building. You can work here just like in the laboratory on ground. So all kinds of experiments can be conducted. And one special thing about parabolic flight platform, about the weightlessness platform of parabolic flight, is that it is the only platform where the scientist, he or himself, can do their own experiments conducted on board, operated on board by themselves. You cannot do it in weightlessness anywhere else. You could use a drone tower, which is another microgravity platform, but then you have a capsule that is being let fall down, and it's, of course, remotely operated. Or you rely on the arm of the astronaut, for example, the International Space Stations, to conduct your experiment. So. The program from DLR, we are doing this together with Novice Pass since 1999, so it's a long-standing program. Novice Pass is in service for the service also for CNES, the French Space Agency, and for the European Space Agency, ESA, and they are doing this in this organized form from Novice Pass since 1990. So also a long time, with a lot of experiments. So first it was a Caravelle, then it was an A300, and since 2015 this aircraft, the A310, is in operation. And actually, maybe a fun fact for you to know, it belonged formerly to the flight, to the aircraft that belonged to the government of Germany, and was flying around the Chancellor and other people. It has the name of Konrad Adenauer, but I was told many of these official aircrafts carry the same name, so there may be other Konrad Adenauers as well. I'm not sure about that.
A good reason is that it's suitable for the scientists. We make experiments, and it's a good number. If we do too many of them, scientists will not have enough samples, for instance, or test subjects they want to change, and we don't want to have too many test subjects in the aircraft. And there is the one, because the first one, we advise people not to work, and just to feel what they are going to feel in weightlessness, just not to be too disturbed, actually. It is a very good feeling normally, but if you don't pay attention to it, you can be disturbed.
And I was told that the first Parabola is for training, so there's many people that get on board for the first time for parabolic flight. So the Parabola Zero is for training, and then they use to acquire the data from Parabola 1 to 30. So they have 30 for science and 1 for getting into the field. Maybe some words about the experiments and how they come on board. So what we do, it's an ever-open announcement of opportunity. Scientists, universities and research organizations, they can reach out to us, the German Space Agency, and tell us about their idea. And they will hand in their idea in written form, and we will do a scientific evaluation. We will also do a feasibility, because this platform may not be suited for the things that they want to investigate. So we also have a look at that. And if all boxes tick, then we set them on a waiting list and try to get them on the next part. But of course, there is a preparation time of 9 months before we get to Bordeaux, before we actually do the campaign. So selection for a campaign, 10 to 15 experiments on board will be done 9 months in advance of the campaign. And 10 to 15 is around the number of experiments that we can board here, depending on the different resources that the experiments need. Some need more power, some have more people, some need more space. So it always depends which experiment takes up which resource that at the end of the day defines how many experiments we can have here.
Does this plane also operate recreationally, so you can book like fun flights?
No, not with us, not with the German Space Agency. We are purely scientific program, and of course we do this with taxpayers' money, so it's for science. But you can book, of course, as a private person a flight. There's a different flight. Actually, it's not 31 parabolas, it's not 3 flights, it's 15 parabolas, and you can book it with Zero G as a private person, and it's organized differently, of course. And you will have to pay for it.
It's not only fun, we try to educate also people, to explain them what is space, what is space conquest, what is science in space, and everything.
How much is it?
At the moment, it's 7,950 euros.
Would be worth the money, I think. Would be worth the money.
I think it
This
is.
experience, yes.
I think it is, and also the thing is that we launched this flight in order to keep the same budget for the space agency and for the science.
I see.
So that we don't increase the budget.
Yeah.
Budget don't increase. And also 1/3 of the flight goes to CNES and ESA, the space agency.
So this is
And for the
actually
price.
what the aircraft inside looks like when it's full of experiments, but without people, this one. And now the next one shows it during flight with people working at the experiments. Some are being test persons here because this is a human physiology experiment. So this is a picture taken during flight. This is what it looks like. If we would be on the other side of the aircraft, what you see on the back here, this panel, this shows a huge picture of what it looks like. You cannot see it from here now. Maybe we can walk around when we're finished here before you get out. And then you can have a look at the huge picture. And what do I have here? Another picture. So this, for example, is a physics experiment. They are working with cold plasma. And this is what it looks like during flight. The experimenters are strapped to the ground to be secure, to not be floating around. Floating around in the experiment area is strictly forbidden because it's dangerous, of course. And of course they want to make the best of the parabolas. They want to hit the right buttons at the right time to not miss it.
So this is how it looks inside the Air Zero G. And as you heard, it's not for fun, it's for science purposes. This was a quick look on Airbus A310 Zero G. Hopefully it gives you a bit more insight how this airplane works. So see you next one. Bye.